I think the definition of the word desperate is very inaccurate because nowhere in that definition do I see Hollow Knight fans being mentioned.
When are we getting Silksong?
I really do still think this year. So I'm still.
Me too.
By the latest of June 12th, 2023, Silksong should, in theory, be out.
The fact that they're announcing this means that Silksong is definitely coming soon.
Just a couple weeks ago, all hope seemed lost. The excitement of it all is almost too much to take in.
Steam had accidentally, air quotes, leaked a potential release date, which is like June 12th, I think.
June 12th.
So I'm sticking with my mid to late 2020 release date.
It is honestly sad to see how long the Hollow Knight fanbase has been waiting for Silksong. The game was announced in 2019, which is about 17 years now, and there is still basically no information on the game. What's even worse is that everybody has been getting baited for years now with false information about Silksong. Remember when the official Xbox Twitter account stated the game would release by June of 2023? That didn't happen. Hollow Knight came out in 2017, nearly 8 years ago now, and the sequel to the game is still nowhere to be seen. Sometimes you can honestly forget how long ago Hollow Knight was released because everybody has been focused on the sequel for so long. People are asking if the game is in development hell, if Team Cherry doesn't care anymore, or if the game even exists. Most Hollow Knight channels have either slowed down on content or completely given up on talking about the game because there is never any real news. For all we know, Team Cherry is just chilling on the beaches eating Australian spider pasta or whatever they do over there. Just last month when everybody was super excited about Silksong news, it was because the co-creator of the game changed his Twitter account to a piece of chocolate cake. That's it. That was all of the news. The more Silksong content the Hollow Knight fans want, the less they receive, and that has led me to believe Silksong is not real, and if it is, you probably shouldn't care. People have not received any news for Silksong for nearly 2 years at this point. We don't have any idea when more will come in the future, and Hollow Knight itself is already nearly a decade old. It is time for people to move on and focus on something else. There are so many amazing games out there which are just as good or arguably better than Hollow Knight, and it's not worth missing out on. It's time for Hollow Knight fans to discover some different games. Super Metroid, Ori and the Blind Forest, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Cuphead, Elden Ring, Celeste, Subnautica, Dead Cells. If you like Hollow Knight, then you should try out these games. They are very similar in a lot of ways, and even if you don't like them as much as Hollow Knight, it will still make the wait for Silksong a lot easier. Hollow Knight was a once-in-a-lifetime game, but there's no point in worrying about the sequel to it when there's never new information. Silksong really could release within the next 2 years or the next decade, and both of those realities are pretty believable. If I were to guess the release date for Silksong, I would probably realistically say 2040 is a fair estimate. I know, very generous of me to assume the game would come out so soon, but I'm a nice modest person who likes to assume the best, or something like that.